Hi everyone, and welcome back for another edition of A Daily Dose of Hope. I unexpectedly found myself in the blast radius of stunning love as a heartbroken grandmother told me the story of her grandson. This grandmother was sitting all alone, just about at her life's limits, so I moved toward her, making sure that all of my mental energy was present, and I asked her, "Can I sit with you for a moment?" Wiping her eyes, she began to review for me the life of her grandson. Sadly, her grandson grew up unloved, neglected, abused by his birth parents. She told this touching story of how she and her grandson did life together as she raised him. She talked about cowboy hats and trains and balls and laughter. She remembered how proud she was and how tightly she hugged him when he enlisted in the military. As she gently stroked his forehead, she sobbed, "I love him as much today as I did the day I fell in love with him as a little boy." It was apparent that this young man lay dying in the only loving place he had ever known, the arms of his grandmother. But remarkably to me, even though this young man had a rough start and a few setbacks along the way, she said that her grandson knew how to love really well. She explained, even though he can't speak anymore or say that "I love you," his sacrificial acts for other people through his short life, it proved to me that he knew how to love really well. So then she went on to describe more stories of selfless love. She gave examples like repairing the car of a widow, buying a sack of burgers and passing them out to the homeless, cutting hers and her neighbor's grass, shoveling her snowy driveway, and hiring it done when he was out of town. And then she laughed when she talked about he bought her a giant pizza with a pepperoni shaped like a smiley face and a 2-liter soda when she got together with some of her buddies to play games. And then she went on to say most of what he did anonymously. She said he explained his thinking to her like this: "If I make a big deal out of doing things for people, then the attention would be on me. They might think that I'm a good guy, but I don't need to be the hero," he told her. "I just want people to know that they're loved." This man redefined love for me. It won't be what we say we believe or all the good we hope we will do someday that will define us. Will be remembered for how we actually love other people. According to this example of this young man, love equals sacrifice and commitment. No one expects us to love them flawlessly, but we can love them fearlessly, furiously, and unreasonably. Now like never before with these social distancing, or I prefer to call it physical distancing, guidelines in place with the coronavirus, it's left many people feeling isolated and lonely. Even in the midst of that isolation, we still need meaningful, quality social interactions at a core-to-core level. So your sacrificial acts of love are more needed than ever before. The coronavirus is contagious, but so is love. And if love doesn't involve sacrifice and commitment, then it's something other than true love. Love equals sacrifice and commitment.